rise for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education and Public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in the agenda, policy 0160 meeting. With that being said, item 3, public hearings, snow days, and waiver instructional minutes. I would open that at 6:01 for any input from the public, which we don't really have any public participation in attendance, so I would move to close that input or public hearing, being that we don't have any.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next action item is resolution to request waiver of instructional minutes.
So as presented to you, I am seeking your approval to request a waiver if we would need one in the future. As I've shared with you, we are able to make up the 3 days that we missed. And so I will talk to you about the calendar to be able to make that up on the next agenda item. Right now, I'm just seeking that waiver. If we would have that snowstorm in April, then I'm approved. You're giving me the authority to reach out to DPI to make the changes that we would need. So just a precautionary in case we would need it.
I would move to approve the request for waiver of instructional minutes if needed.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And then we have action approval of revised 2025-2026 school calendar.
So in front of you, you have the proposed recommendation from the administrative team to make up the 3 days. As our calendar for the 25-26 school year had 2 instructional days in it, double checked, triple checked, we did have 2 instructional days built in. So we missed 3 days. We missed 4 days with Blizzard Elsa, but we've missed 5 total snow days for this school year. We had 1 in January and then the 4 with Elsa. So we need to make up 3 instructional days. As an administrative team, we would like to use, well, we don't want to lose our professional development day. Those are really important for us, but we need the instructional priority comes first. So we're asking to give up the April 27th professional development day, and then June 5th was a no student contact day. We're proposing that that would be a student contact day until 2 o'clock. That's what we need for the instructional minutes, so we can still do an early release at 2 o'clock. Our students can go home, give our teachers the opportunities to get their rooms cleaned out and get everything set so that it's not extending their school year. And then the way we can do that is by adding 5 minutes to the instructional day, starting after spring break. Instead of being dismissed at 3:10, we're recommending a 3:15 dismissal, which won't disrupt our athletics or really the time that students get out of here and the bus drivers start rolling. So
This is in the event you don't get the waiver?
No,
So we are not going to seek a waiver. We are going to strive to make up the 3 days. The waiver is only if we do live in Door County, we do live in the Midwest. We could have additional snow days, and at that point in time, I would be out of a calendar, and I wouldn't have the flexibility. I might be able to make up a little bit. I can take 5 minutes from, but my days of school would be gone, that I would not be able to make up a full day. So the waiver is precautionary. We have the ability to make up the 3 days we missed.
The calendar has to be done to make up, right? I mean, that's what we're looking at.
What constitutes a student day?
So tell me a little bit more about what you're asking.
what, is a certain number of hours or
It's minutes.
minutes?
And so, at the end of the day, when you boil it all down, our students start at 7:55 and they go until 3:10. Depending upon if you're talking elementary, middle school, or high school, we have a 435-minute day, but instructionally, we only have 401 minutes because your lunch gets taken out of there and additional recess at the elementary level. So depending on which calendar I'm calculating, it's either 401 minutes to 435 minutes. And every grade level, so pre-K 5, pre-K 6 has one set of minutes that's needed, and then 7-12 has another set of minutes that's needed. Actually, I take that back. 4K has their set of minutes,
Yeah.
K6 have a set of minutes, and 7-12 has a set of minutes. The only place that we're short on our instructional minutes is our 7-12. But because we're one physical plant, we did talk about not extending the elementary day, leaving the elementary day at 3:10, which would let them get out to the buses early. But where I run into concern is that I would have my high school students crossing traffic as my elementary parents are leaving. And so we thought it was best to just have everybody dismiss at 3:15.
Yeah, I imagine in high school, you have offered those instructional minutes, but not every student is going to be utilizing those, are they?
I'm not following.
Well, I mean, do they take a heavier credit load, as a high school student?
Study hall is counted as instructional minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever the class they have on the hour will just be
It's just a class period, okay. 400.
For another year, I'm thinking we might want to do what some districts are doing in going with virtual days. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but it's something others are doing.
I will absolutely engage in the conversation with our instructional staff as we continue to work through this and understand kind of where we are with it. When we talked about it a year ago, when the first year that I got here, it was not something that they wanted to look at. And part of it is it's difficult. We do have a population that doesn't have Wi-Fi access at home, so it does make it difficult. But absolutely would like to revisit that.
Yes.
Some school districts do it where the first 2 days are gifted snow days in the traditional sense, but anything beyond that becomes a day that needs to be virtual. And so I thought maybe that would be a way that we could kind of ease into those virtual instructional days.
Yeah, I would just like, as a parent, and who lives in a place with terrible Wi-Fi access, I would have 3 children plus my husband all working from home on limited band. I mean, and we have, the like satellite whatever, but like that's, it's one kid using Wi-Fi bandwidth is like one thing, but like 3 kids plus a parent all using Wi-Fi bandwidth, and then at our house too, potentially on generator backup power, and that is not conducive to learning. And it, there's oftentimes parents are gone, the kids are by themselves, and like,
Yeah, it's not without
Yeah,
complications.
yeah, it's just
but
like-
it is being done.
Yeah, but I think as we get more in the metropolitan areas, we've got much more access to in the world of cable and whatever it is. I don't even know how you would do that physically, but you got 3 kids in school having 3 different classes coming in on your cable system or your
Well, I mean,
Wi-Fi.
it's Wi-Fi, I mean, they all do.
They all have
the-
their tablets or
right,
their
tablets
smartphones.
open. Because when do they start getting this,
They're all-
5th grade?
6th grade.
Or is it 6th grade?
Yep.
Okay, I was like,
Well, I mean, they'd help you on their
no.
Wi-Fi things anyway, even if there wasn't school, right?
At our house, it gets really tough, and we have
Depends on
like.
where you live in Sevastopol.
Well, I don't, I mean, in 2 years, everybody should have.
Not every.
Till a tree goes down on this, because they put the stupid fiber on a power line instead of burying it. So the problem of power and internet still doesn't get solved in a storm.
No, you're absolutely right.
Oh, I understand. I live north of the quarry and south of Egg Harbor in a, like,
Starlink.
Starlink, that's
Is it-
what we will not ever leave it because it is so bad by our house. And we have backup generators, we have every, like, I get it. I live in like a telecom black hole. So, but I'm just like, as somebody who has like a lot of resources and we're trying the best we can.
Oh, right.
3 kids on, plus a work from home parent on the same Starlink bandwidth, and God forbid it's snowing and the heater on the Starlink isn't keeping up. This is not ideal.
Just for history, there was a time north of the quarry where we would get Wi-Fi across the bay.
I think it still is.
No, it-
Well, now the cell phone service is actually from
But we used to get
Maryland.
actually our computer stuff across,
Yeah,
and they got bought out and then they dropped it.
well, because the towers, the cell phone towers don't point down, like the angle isn't down enough, so our cell phone access at my house is from their net.
Oh, your cell phone?
Yeah. So it doesn't work well.
The
The
joys of
good news
remote.
is we're able to make up the 3 days.
So I'm just,
There's no easy
Storm
solution.
Elsa.
As Randy said, she will explore it or look into it and see how we can maybe utilize it. Do we have a motion to approve
motion to approve the schedule as revised.
Second.
all in favor? Sorry.
That's okay. Before you adjourn, I have a clarifying question on the last motion, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Sue, did your motion to approve the request for a waiver also include the language of the resolution, or should that be a separate motion? To approve the resolution itself that would get included with the waiver application,
Yeah.
should it be needed? Okay.
Yeah.
I had it separate, so I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
And
That's what
Jerry,
you
you're
need,
okay
right?
with
Yeah.
your second applying to both? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for that clarification, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi. So, anyone opposed to the school calendar? Okay, so that motion has been approved of the school calendar for this year. Is there anything else? Then I would make a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourned.